Hello, David. So, let me formally start the program. Aloha. Talk to Uncle. All right. My name is Mehran. My last name is Dadbeh. Lovely to see you all here. Obviously, there's only one of you for now, but soon they will join. So this channel is for discussions about life in general, whether it's about things that you want to know about your psyche, how the mind moves, your meditation skills, having to do with the energy of the universe. What about consciousness? What about your thinking? Where do they come from? What is the relationship between the two? What about ego and desire? How does desire come about? What is the role of ego in our psyche? And how about fear? What does fear have to do with us? And what are the roles these fragments of our psyche play in our center, in us, who we are, how we are put together? We talk about things like conditionings, talk about things like order, mechanical process, and all the other stuff that I just mentioned, plus anything to do with your emotional hardships that you might want to ask, or life in general. That is how we roll on this channel. And in the meantime, if you guys wanted to have a direct one-on-one talk about your issues or what is concerning you in life these days, whether it's about a breakup or whether it's emotional hardship of some kind, a challenge in life, business decision, whatever it is that you want to discuss, you can always go to my site, mind@seekstruth.com, click on Talk to Me for consultation, make an appointment, and we'll discuss it together, explore it together, one-on-one on Skype. And of course, you will find my books on the site as well. Click on the books, look at the table of contents, and click further and read a sample chapter. And if you like it, you can purchase them either in print or in ebooks. Print's something like $80 to $100. Ebooks, same book, it's from $4 to $7, I guess, $5 to $7. So, having said all that, now let's see who we have here. So far, we have, wow, whopping 2 people here, and that is amazing. David, how are you? And let me finish that for you. Male Dallas 23 Texas, or male 23 Dallas Texas. All right, there we go. George L says hello, fair sir. George, male 27 Canada. And where in Canada, George? You can all see that I will not run out of tea this time. I've come prepared. Northern Ontario, all right. Are you still cold there? We are beginning to warm up here, even though today is not that bright, but it's okay. It's better than yesterday, I guess. Last night we did have some new people, and we had people who were from all around the world, but we weren't that many. Week before, when I did it at midnight, we had quite a bit of people there, but last night about maybe 13, 14 people. Johnny Be Good says, hello, Mehran. Hello, Johnny. Good to see you here. Remember, guys, the protocol, I don't remember where you guys are located, so it'll help me to kind of put a picture to, where you are in the world. So don't forget the protocol. M for male, F for female, whatever you like your gender to be signified with. And then your age, and of course, where you're tuning in from. So what happened to you, Johnny? You disappeared. Well, I haven't had the chance to do trimmings of the live talks, although we have many wonderful segments. But I did a couple which will be uploaded probably on Monday or something. And at the same time, I want to remind you that we have about 1,400 videos on this channel. And we have about 82 or so playlists around that. So you can take a look at the playlist and see what topic interests you, or just write in how you feel, what it is that you want to talk about on the search engine on the channel, and you are bound to get a bunch of videos on that. And if not, come onto the live talks and shoot your question, and I will try to explore it right here live. Johnny B. Good says, 29, male, USA, California. I broke up with my ex 3 months ago, and I went on a few dates with some girls, but haven't connected to any even close to how I connected to my ex. Well, of course not. You knew your ex for a while, didn't you? So it took a while to connect, really, to get to know more about each other. Now you're comparing that whole full developed relationship with someone that you just met. Well, it's not fair. You can't really figure that out or compare that. So be patient. And before you can really enjoy meeting a new person, you have to accept the fact that that previous relationship is over. Otherwise, if you go into a date still thinking about, oh, well, you know, I wish that was still the same, my relationship was the same, you know, I wonder what she does, you're not free to explore new opportunities. Johnny B. Good says, my new job, I work nights and have weekdays off. So I've been getting depressed and sad and feel like my life has no more meaning. Really, Johnny? So your whole purpose of existence was about this girl? A girl? That's it? That's all you're worth? That's the whole experience of life? So we live to be like 80 or 100 or so years old, and for you it was just to get to know this girl, huh? Really? You have no other responsibility or duty to this world, to this whole journey of life? You don't really understand that your role here is far bigger than that? And one of the things that you will experience along the way to this journey, on this journey, is relationship. And one of them happened to be this past recent one. But it's not the whole purpose of your life, so don't fill your mind about things that your desire, your ego, and the pleasure center is dictating to you that this is what life is all about. And life is not all about just pleasure. Pleasure is part of it. We are learning so many things. We are developing into so many things. Our whole species is developing and advancing by the experiences that we have in this life, and the things that we learn helps us to become the better version of ourselves throughout this journey. We are not complete just because we are born. We're learning, and part of this learnings comes from experiences like this. You grow, you learn, and then you can teach others and continue your effects that you have in on the world. And whether you know it or not, just by being here, life of others are affected. So don't discount your importance in this life, and don't tell me you're bored and life is meaningless just because you can't be between the legs of your ex-girlfriend. What the hell that means? Put your head screwed on right. Understand your importance. appreciate the fact that you had that experience and now you're on other things, and you will explore and find something even more wonderful. Just be patient. Anyhow, I'm sure you'll figure it out. How do you guys like my small sample teacup? I didn't want to run out of tea this time. You know, I figured out lack of garçon to bring me tea. I remedied it by just having a bigger cup. And Majid says, hey Mehran, hello Majid dear, how are you? Majid says, how was your New Year? Well, New Year was okay, it just came and gone. Didn't notice much, but I got money from my mom. My gift. You know, the tradition in Nowruz, you know, elder give money to the younger ones, and so it's always nice. Okay, now Nasro says, Nasro 21 from Atlantic City in New Jersey. Thank you, Nasro. Nasro says, hi my dear. Or no, there's no my. Hi dear, how is it going? Well, it's going. I have a big cup of tea here, so it's okay. Good to see you here. Christian Martin. It's supposed to be male 26 Philadelphia. It says make 26 Philadelphia. Okay. Make 26 Philadelphia. Ex-girlfriend jumped right into a new relationship after we broke up. I don't understand how I'm feeling miserable and she was able to get into a new relationship. Why should you feel miserable? You know, there's so many beautiful girls out there, and you had an experience with one, and now you've got an opportunity to get to know others. Isn't that wonderful? How could you have gotten to know the others if you were still with her? Think about it. And while you were with her, you were always saying, oh, how would it be if I would know that girl? Huh? Remember? You probably said that. Now it's your chance. George says, my ex and I broke up. Oh, before I go to George, Christian says, how can she jump to another one and while I'm miserable? Well, you shouldn't be miserable, and you just don't do what she did. Take your time, regroup, bring your balance back, and focus on your life. And when you feel just confident about, yeah, life is good, you're in command, you do your stuff, and then you open your eyes and see if there is someone that you can be compatible with, and then new girlfriend. George L says, my ex and I broke up because I went to the United States for med school and she was supposed to come here with me. She decided she didn't want to and wanted to find what makes her happy. Yeah, I remember we had this conversation the other day. And George says, and I get that. I can't expect her to give up her life to follow me, but she wanted to talk at the end of March. I have been trying to focus on school, but today was really bad. Yes, there would be times when you break up with your girlfriend, which you were close, that you guys, either one of you, both of you, it's the same for her as well. I mean, they're not made out of steel. They all have feelings. We all have feelings. So there will be ups and downs after a breakup. And today was one of the days for you that you were probably, I don't know, maybe the exams weren't going well, or studies weren't going well, or you were just a little bit, maybe wanted attention of a female, and then you didn't have it, so you miss her a little bit more. But once you realize that you're the architect of your life, and you're doing what you're doing for a reason, you cannot forego a long-term benefit just for a short-term pleasure. or unreasonability or impracticality of an idea. Whatever she wants to do, she's entitled to it. But so are you. What about your life? How are you going to make that happen if you just follow whatever she wants to do? Let's say if you didn't go to medical school, stayed in Ontario. I think you're in Ontario somewhere, right? So you would have missed that chance for you to make a better life for yourself or prepare a better life for your future and future family. Now, if she doesn't want to be part of it, okay. Or if she's not at the right place in her life, okay. You do your thing and she does her thing, and you'll see if you guys will cross path again or not. If you did, okay. You didn't, well, you've already prepared your life and thought it through, and you did your studies and you became a doctor and you can provide for yourself, family, and you'll find another wonderful, great woman and you have your life with it. It's not the end of the world. Like, she's not the only one that you could connect with. It happened to be the most recent one that you connected with and you have a history with. And I understand all that. But that's not supposed to make or break your life. It's just one experience in life. Treat it as that, then it wouldn't be any more than that. And George says, we had rings we wore because we couldn't afford an engagement ring yet. We dated 4 years. It's been a month since we talked, and one of her friends posted a photo of her not wearing the ring going out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, who gives a shit? She wears the ring, she doesn't wear it. It's not supposed to take you up and down just because she wears this or she doesn't wear that. Well, it's her choice and her loss. That's how you should look at it. Stop thinking just because she represents a certain kind of a memory or relationship or pleasure and how important women are for us heterosexual males. It doesn't mean she's the end all be all. It just happened. Okay, she doesn't want it. No problem. You love her, respect her wish, and wish her well, and let her go. And then next one. You will find another woman who you would love and respect and adore more than her if you simply understand the one that doesn't give you the attention doesn't deserve to have your attention. Simple. A simple rule. Why you make it so difficult? Do you want to be with someone who doesn't pay attention to you and thinks she's better than you? No, you're equal, or you're better than each other one day or the other. So, but if you constantly want to think, oh, she didn't pay attention to me, but I still want her. Why? Why do you want someone who doesn't pay attention to you? Why? Something wrong with you? Where's your confidence? You haven't learned that the confidence comes from within you, what you accomplish in life, how you affect the others in life, what kind of positive effect you have on the whole humanity, life on earth, rather than thinking, oh, her opinion about me or being with me or not being with me makes me wonderful or not wonderful. Well, if that's the case, you'll be like a yo-yo, dependent on every other thing in this world and every other people's opinion. You know, just like a yo-yo, because there's so many other things that you will want, and you'll be depending on if you can get it or not, if they will give it to you or not, if they will pay attention to you or not, and that decides if you're good or not, valuable or not. Then you're not in control, you're not independent. You're supposed to be independent. Salut. Okay, now, well, George says, it broke me pretty bad. No, it didn't. You think it did. You think it should, because you're conditioned to think that if you lose something, you should cry for it. You should want it back. That means that you're now not as good as before because it was taken away from you. You've been conditioned ever since childhood, all of us, When they smile at us or give us something, that means we've been doing something. We did something good. They're pleased with us. When they take something away, our toys away, or we can't have a permission to do something when we're a child, that means something is taken away from us. Therefore, we are not as good. So the fact that this is broken up, you're not thinking of it as a relationship broke up. You're thinking that you've done something wrong, that you haven't been good, you've been bad. They're not pleased with you, something wrong with you because something has been taken away from you. No, see it clear. Nothing has gone wrong with you. Nothing has been diminished from you. It's all in your thoughts, your conditioning to think this way, to react this way. Who says that? Why should you? Just say, okay, that's what she wants, that's what she wants. So many wonderful opportunities out there. This world, if there is one rose, a bush, there is 100 million more. It's not only one of the good things in this world. So many trees. There's not one, there's so many of the same kind. Same thing when good things happen. If this girl was good for you, you think, which obviously is the operative word here, she's no longer, because if she's not with you, then what's good about her? You move on, find someone who wants to be with you. So, but if she was good at one time, well, there will be hundreds of others like her. That's how the life is all about. There's not one of any good thing. There's so many of the same good thing in this life. That's how it rolls. So, move on. Move on, don't waste your life. The one who doesn't give you the attention doesn't deserve to have your attention. Always remember that. Now, there we go. Now you're talking, George. Says, no, sir. Says, yeah, you're right. You're so right. No, sir, exactly I want someone who cares about me as much as I care about them. Therefore, focus on your studies. Build your life. They will envy it when they see you've accomplished whatever you wanted to accomplish, and you're in a position to actually choose from the position of power, meaning having accomplished yourself, and now you are choosing based on compatibility between your consciousnesses and the loyalty and direction that would be similar to your direction or your motivation to be in a relationship. That's how you live, independent from the need for pleasure or need for someone to say, oh, you're a good boy, I like you, therefore you feel good about yourself because I like you. It's wonderful when a woman tells us she likes us, but it shouldn't be the only way you feel good about yourself. You have to feel good about yourself before you seek a relationship. And that's all up to you. You're the architect of your life, and you can make that happen. Just have confidence. You know? Why should your worth and value and confidence depend on someone else's opinion about you? What? Don't beg for anyone's sympathy or affection. It should be genuine affection. You have reason, you have qualities that deserves the affection of a good woman, and if she happens to change her mind, well, wish her well, let her go. And George says, and yes, sir, I want to leave a positive impact on those around me and this world. Thank you, sir. There we go. That's my boy. Go live your life. Don't relinquish the keys and the bridle of your life in the hands of others. Girlfriend, boyfriend, partner or not. Whatever. You must be independent. Offer decency, offer care, offer love, and expect the same. Offer respect and expect the same. Offer loyalty and expect the same. If not, wish him well and let him go. And you move on. And Muhammad says, male 29, Arab area. It's getting smaller, Muhammad. You feel the noose around your around your neck? It's getting smaller and smaller. Words. You're almost at the end of it, Muhammad. And he says, good morning, Uncle Mehran. Good morning. You look younger these days. Well, you know, I realized that if your back hurts, you look younger. That's what it is. I went to the gym last night, did back work, but not as heavy as before, just a little bit less, maybe more than less. Half. I did half the weights I usually do. So I move about everywhere, left and right, up and down and everything, but it's still sore in the area, lower area. Hopefully it'll go away. Muhammad says, Uncle Mehran, did you do the Google intro? Well, actually, I am still not. I met these people who will do the intro for me, and I have to give them a certain kind of a model that I like, or certain kind of a motto, or maybe with my guitar just maybe play a few tunes that will be mine, so the music will be simple, 5-7 seconds. Yeah, lots of stuff I gotta do, I guess. Well, anyhow, I'm gonna change the name of the channel for sure, guys, and I have like 10 or 20 of them that I wrote that I'm gonna consult with my son and see what he thinks of it. And I thought maybe you guys also will be able to suggest some names, send some names, a name of a channel, what you think it should be. I don't want it to be limited to breakups. Most people, although that is a major problem in their lives, they may not want to subscribe to a channel that says breakup cures. I knew they may be shy. That's probably why they don't share my wonderful videos on their social media as much as they could. Many of them says they don't want anybody to know that they're going through breakup, and that's understandable. So because, and also I want to turn this channel not just to breakups, about matters of life, and things to do with what we actually know this channel is all about, like thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, ego, everything else, in depth, meditation, energy of the universe and all that, plus matters of life and relationships and breakups and so on and so forth. So I want to open it up to general life, and the name for the channel should represent a simple name which would represent that sort of talk. Which would not, you know, be, should be blunt, just what it is for. Like, I don't know, something like talk to uncle or something like that. All right. Let's see. Johnny B. Good says thank you. And Muhammad says, Uncle Mehran, do you have an advice regarding prioritizing life goals and success pursuing? It is easy to be distracted by entertainment instead of working hard. Can you advise on focusing and stop wasting time? Well, you know, Muhammad, that is very important in life. You need to translate what you're doing to what it does for you. Not that I got to do this because the deadline is this, or I got to do this because I got to learn this. You got to translate the benefit. What's in it for me, you should say. Why am I doing this? Why am I studying, or why am I doing this research, or why am I teaching this course? Why am I helping this professor? Where am I going? Where is my destination? What kind of a bridge is it that I'm on? Is this what I'm doing a bridge to where I want to go? Or I don't know why I'm doing it for. If you don't translate the benefits of what you're doing to your life, to your goals, to your future, to what you want to accomplish, to how you want to feel, and what role this plays in how you're going to be feeling, the image you want to have of yourself, let's say, which we're supposed to have no image, but in this case, what you envision, let's put it this, what you envision your future to be. If you translate that to that, then you have a clear understanding. And when you have a clear understanding of the benefits of what you're doing, then naturally nothing is going to interfere. But when you don't, therefore you don't have the value of what you're doing to your life. Therefore you don't necessarily like what you're doing because you don't know the value, the benefit that it will give you because you haven't focused on it. And if you don't like what you're doing, obviously something, pleasures or fun or something like that will come and just take the day from you, and you will be easily convinced that, oh, okay, forget the project, let me focus on this, doing nothing but just hanging around with the friends, or I don't know, just sit down and daydream. But once you understand that what you're doing actually translates to comfort, money, lifestyle, freedom, independence, power, tranquility, ability, security, then you kind of say, well, the hell with that. I know I want to do this because these are the stuff that I want in my life. So translate this, interpret it for yourself so you can understand it and make it tangible while it's not tangible, but you actually envision what it does, and that picture of what it does makes it look like as if it's tangible, something that you're seeing the end product while it hasn't gotten there yet, but you can see it, you justify it, give it value and importance. Then you have the importance of the thing. Once you have the importance of the things, then you can prioritize them. So okay, that is more important because I have understood. Now for yourself, so you won't forget it, you can write down the stuff, all the stuff, and then translate it to your life. Write it down, and then because of that understanding and interpretation, give it importance, and give the importance numbers, like certain number is 100 or 10 or 100 and the other one is 50 or 60, whatever. And then you will see the numbers that you've given based on what you've interpreted, those actions and activities, based on having concluded what importance it has, having seen its benefits to your life and your future. Then you have numbers in front of them, and then according to those numbers, prioritize them, and then it's very clear for you. You'll never forget them. If you have doubts, you just open that page and say, oh no, bye-bye, this has a big number and I want that. And you gotta really want it before anything else. You gotta want that what you have planned to achieve, and then you will not give it time of the day to that stuff that distracts you, and you go on daydream about it. All right. Majid says, Mehran, you need to come to the UK. We will do a gym workout together. Well, not right now. My back is messed up. And I was just saying yesterday, I'm so pissed off at myself. I've done so many things in life. Parachute out of airplanes. Equestrian, ride all kinds of horses. All kinds of challenges with riding. Goalie in soccer. So many dives here and there, and just doing my best. Martial arts, training, teaching. And the rest of it. Tennis, whatever, this and that. And, always, and weight training, all of that. Always did good, take care of myself, nothing. I'm now bloody table, leaning on it, stupid me. Then went down. I don't know even how I hit the ground. I don't know what happened. So anyhow, still paying for it. I hope I'll be okay. All right. Now, Majid says, names could be the real reason your heart is broken. It's a little bit long. I've gone through all these names. People these days have a hard time to listen to long videos like mine, watch long videos, even though they're in depth and it helps them to understand things. There's no other way but really going through it deep. And I'm not going to change it, but That's the fact. They don't want to watch in-depth stuff. They just want something on the surface. They have no patience. They don't want to read long things. They want everything injected in some kind of a short sentence, clue, codes. So they won't be reading a long or remembering the long name of a channel. And I want to change that whole channel not to be about heartbreaks or breakups anymore. Just about everything that we talk about. We talk almost about everything. We talk about everything. Things to do with the movement of mind, about life, about universe, about freedom, about happiness, about many things that could be of concern. Breakups, relationships, some topics of the day, politics possibly, I don't know. Whatever that comes in your mind, I want you guys to be able to know that this channel, you can talk. Maybe I'll just call it, I don't know, Talking with Uncle. Or the uncle. Or talk to me, I'm here for you. Something like that, something simple. But everybody would be able to participate rather than only segment. Look, we got to learn from the logic and the results we've received. 5 years, total dedication, as much as I could, helping everyone, everywhere around the world. We have only 16,000. I saw a channel just 2 weeks ago for the first time. This lady talks about politics of the world, the news, and she does a good job. When I found that channel, stumbled on it, I was looking for different topics of the day and checking what's around the world, and I have my favorite channels, but this came up too as a topic because it was showing a picture of one of the candidates in the United States that I thought it's interesting. I want to hear more about her. And then that channel came up and she was talking about that. And she had subscribers about 15,000, a little bit less than mine. It's not 2 weeks, she's at 37. Of course she's beautiful and that helps. I can't compete with girls on the channel, that's for sure. But also because it's topics of the day. People are interested to know about things. So that many people join. Mine is very specific and something that most people might not really want, I don't know, maybe even though nobody knows that they're subscribed to my channel or not, but somehow it's not inclusive. It's only a specific niche, which is important. And we are probably the most detailed and in-depth solution to breakups. 1,400 videos, and you all know the quality of it. But still, we need other people come in for different reasons and then also find the complete library of discussions on breakups and so on as well. Majid says the way we are. That's not bad. And Majid says just 2 suggestions from me, Mehran. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That one was long, the first one. The way we are is in line with the stuff that I've got like about 20 different choices that I've written. We were talking with my son today on text, and we were laughing because the names that I would come up with, he would say, no, it's lame, don't, you gotta be blunt and clear. So I've now put 20 of them together, and I think one of them should be good. I'm gonna send it to him and ask him for his opinion, and then and I think yours is among the same kind of line of stuff. I kind of have I don't know, I hope that I get, when I do a consensus, maybe most of you would like it, and then we'll choose one of the 3, let's say. But I kind of like talking with Mehran, or talk to Mehran, or Uncle Mehran, or talk to Uncle, something like that. So, Chia Karim. Now, what happened to the protocol, guys? Am I writing in Chinese, possibly? Have I? Let me check. Let me check on top. Did I write it in Chinese that nobody can read, because we don't apparently reach China from here, so no one speaks Chinese among the group here. So maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I wrote in Chinese. Let's see. It says, hello everyone. Please let me know with every question or comment or follow-up questions. 1. Where you're tuning in from. 2. How young you are. And 3. What your gender is. Thank you. Oh, it wasn't Chinese. So what the hell is wrong with you guys? I need to know. I need the protocol to be observed. So whoever is here for the first time, remember, we need to know if you're man or woman or whatever your gender is, somehow that we would know it, how old you are, and where you're tuning in from. So we can at least know a little bit about you, and it will help me to deliver it appropriately according to your age, to your gender, and cultural background. Maybe by knowing where you're tuning in from could help me out a little bit. So let's see. So we go back to Chia. Chia, fill in the blanks. He says, hi, Mr. Mehran. Can I ask what is your story? If you can tell a little bit about it. And thanks for your videos. They help me a lot. Chia, my story, in several times I have discussed it on the videos. And there is a video that talks about, you know, something about me. But I don't think you guys want to know about me. There's nothing really here unless a specific question is asked, because maybe there's nothing about me, or there's so much story about me, so I don't know which one would be appropriate as far as the length that it takes to describe it. So perhaps I leave it for specific questions, and then I'll see if it's appropriate to respond or not. Muhammad says, breakup is a problem that happens once, and with you we were able to overcome it. However, we keep learning anything daily from you apart from the relationship. Yeah, okay, agreed. Your channel is beyond relationship issues. You're right, I agree with you, and that's exactly the same thing my son has been telling me, and therefore I agree with wholeheartedly. That's why I want to change the name. Although the name is really not that important, but at least it shouldn't be so specific to Breakup Cures and you to alienate the rest of the people who may want to join and discuss stuff if they knew what we talk about, what we're all about. And Majid says, or call it Shabby Bomb Mashmir. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Muhammad says, Mehran, is happiness divided to levels or tiers? What is happiness about, and why some people cannot feel it and some people can feel it and live it more than others? What is the philosophy behind true happiness? All right. Chia says, Karim, 28 male, Sweden. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry, Karim. That's all right. Thanks very much for letting me know. 28 male, Sweden. Muhammad, I have a few videos on happiness. And one reason that happiness has become, and mind you, we are not talking about devastating reasons that keeps us from being happy and health reasons, health issues. We're talking about, hopefully, God willing, you're healthy and, you know, not a major problem. So having said that, then happiness has become difficult for people because they have attributed it to things, to commodities, to material things. And material things have no end in sight. Our ego and desire gets into the act and wants more and more of the same thing. And there will be no end to that material thing that we thought happiness is linked to. So even through those material things that once we thought, if I have this, I'll be happy, we won't be happy because we get used to it and we want more of it and we want to escalate it. And until we do, again, we don't find happiness. The problem is we have made happiness dependent on things. Other than health, we have made happiness dependent on stuff. If I have this promotion, if I have this job, if I have this money, if I have this house, if I have this car, if I go this, if I have this girl, if all different conditions have come to be the prerequisite for the happiness that we seek. We've made it very difficult, challenging to be happy because so many things are there now that we want. And then happiness have become dependent on so many things. If before, in the olden days, it was just one thing, like if I have food, I'll be happy. Then after we had food, then it was if I have food and a place to sleep. If I have food and a place of my own. If I have food and a donkey to ride on. If I have food and a car as a time passer. If I have food and this girl. If I have food and this, you know, all these things have become prerequisite to happiness, ruined happiness for us, made pursuit of happiness unhappy. So, so what we need to do, we go to the basics. Just like one of my videos that explicitly for that, explicitly or especially for that. Happiness should be based on basics of life. And happiness should not be based on pleasure. Happiness should be independent of pleasure. Happiness should be based on basics of life. Remember what we talked about? That should be the first criteria, reason for happiness. Then, something to drink, something to eat, some safe place to sleep, something to wear. That's it. Now we got the happiness. Now let's go and explore the world and climb mountains and conquer the world. Because the happiness part is taken care of, independent of anything else. Now our heart is open. Our confidence is beefed up. We're not in pursuit of happiness, we're in pursuit of lifestyle. Make things happen, contribute to the world, help others, help ourselves. Build, become something, somebody, whatever we like it to be, because that's what we had put at the end and the destination of all these efforts in life, happiness. We already got it. We found how. It's not out there, it's right here. Now that we got that, rest of the life, not a big challenge, because I don't envy. I'm fine. I'm energetic. I got the happiness figured out. Now I'm going to go and build what I want to build, achieve what I want to achieve, become what I want to become, accomplish what I want to accomplish. That's what I have to say about that. However, if you want a little bit more on that, I'm going to suggest to you just go on my search engine and type in happiness, and you're bound to get a bunch of videos. Let me see if I can find some for you. So there's a number of videos. If you just go in, put in happiness, you'll have a whole array of things. Yeah, just go on my search engine, because there's so much, I don't know which one to really put in here. And just click in, just type in happiness, and you're done. All right, there's so many here. I really don't know which one to put in. Just check it out for yourself. Just put in happiness and they'll show you so many stuff. But in the meantime, I'm going to put this in here for you. One link. And perhaps this one as well. You might enjoy this one. And that should do it. There's a lot more, but you can, I'm sure you can find it yourself here. Yeah. There's a lot more, but you can find it yourself. Just type in happiness. All right, now let's go back to Vivi. I guess I skipped his. Vivi 31, male, California. Thank you for that. How are you, sir? Thank you. Glad to see you here. Why is that when I approach a girl, she seems interested? I usually get her number, and then we start texting. She ghosts on me, disappears. I don't want to sound arrogant, but I come from a good family, have moral standards and values, have a brain, so what am I lacking? You're missing the point. It might not be about you. You come from a good, decent family. You have moral standards. Maybe they don't. But because they're female and you're a heterosexual male, it's engraved in your genes that you love women and you find them important, and therefore because of the pleasure and importance they have in your heart, the way you're put together, you find them better than you. So automatically, just because they attract you, you think they also have all the things that you have. Good family, good background, good morals, and that's how they will be impressed. Some girls are not impressed with all the good things that a man can offer. The morality, manners, unselfishness, caring, a good background. and all the wonderful things that you talk, moral standards. They're just not, because they don't got it. Just because they're pretty doesn't mean they're also of good background or good stock or, you know, well-mannered or standards that you expect. What they look like has nothing to do with who they are. They're born that way. But doesn't have to do with anything. Who they are is in their consciousness. All that you're talking about, you expect them to be impressed by, is supposed to be in their consciousness, and maybe they don't have that conditioning. They don't have those values. Therefore, stop being surprised. You think just because they're female, and female are important, therefore they have all the wonderful qualities that you expect. No. You know, it's like it's the same as thinking you're in a garden and a beautiful flower that you see, oh wow, so beautiful, colorful, and you think, well, because it's beautiful, it also cures a certain illness. No, it's just beautiful. It doesn't have that kind of a characteristics or specification or ingredients to cure an illness. It's just pretty. It could actually be poisonous. And it's pretty. We understand all these things, but when it comes to women, because it's an opportunity to fulfill a desire for pleasure, it's an opportunity to be in close proximity of a possibility of pleasure, we lose our mind. We think, oh, pleasure means inclusive of smarts and all the good qualities that we're looking for. No such thing. Yeah, that beautiful flower that you touch it, it can actually burn your hand, or you smell it, it could make you go nuts, or you eat the leaves and it could kill you. You understand all that. You're very careful of that. Oh, don't touch, oh, don't, because what the science has told you. But nobody has come and told you a beautiful woman doesn't necessarily mean that it also possesses beautiful personalities and qualities. But you just simply think so. Well, you know, and it's understandable. We men are kind of stupid. We have this caveman attitude, and we see a beautiful girl and we just, the hormones are gone, and that's the end of it for us heterosexual males. We can't think clear. And I'm asking you to think clear. If you want the relationship to be a good one and last, expect more from a woman than just how they look. They've got nothing to do with how they look. They're born like that. It's not their efforts. They haven't had any labor for it. They didn't do anything for it. It's not their accomplishment. Don't look at it as a beautiful woman is accomplished because she's beautiful. No, that has nothing to do with her efforts. It's not an accomplishment. It's a given to her. Now, what she has done with that look, that's what you want to find out. And that's where the consciousness and bonding on their consciousness, finding about her inner self, who she is, how she ticks, and all that is what your criteria should be, how you should choose your woman. But we don't. We see her in high heels and all doed up. Oh, I'm in love. It's about most of us, all of us. All heterosexual male lose their minds when they see a woman who is tickling their fancy. So, that's what your problem is too. You and many women, they give you their number just because they want to feel good. Oh yeah, this guy got my number, I gave my number. So they feel good about themselves. But they do that with everybody, so they don't really know why they gave the number. It wasn't because you're so upstanding and so wonderful, because she wanted to feel good about herself by somebody texting her. When you text a woman, some women are sincere, they're genuine, they're high quality, they're respectful. But many women, they just want somebody to text them, to feel good about themselves. And that's the group you don't want to be in. So, don't just give your number to any woman that you think, oh, she's good looking, unless You have a conversation. You think it's going somewhere. The purpose of your approaching a woman is not to get her number or give number to. Is to find out if she deserves to have your number. And if you guys, your conversation will lead into a place where mutually want to have that number. Not that, can I give you my number? And what do you think she's going to say? Yeah, sure. Okay. What is that? She's not going to say no because she wants to be polite. Or she feels good about it. Or yeah, another guy is going to text me. So makes her feel good. So don't give your number out like if it's just worth nothing. Qualify them first. Just as they qualify you, you qualify them. Then you have a better chance. All right. Dunder Mifflin, this is Pam, and I know that's Sophia. There you go. Misleading thumbnail. It says, hi Mehran, it's me Sophia, 23 from Chile. Hello Sophia, 23 from Chile. You are spoiling us with live chats. Well, I have no choice. I gotta get exposure, and the only way, the best way I know is by helping as many as I can whenever I'm available. And what better than talking with a bunch of good people around the world and helping them, whoever wishes to join us here. It's free. And so they will get a chance to know what this channel is all about, and perhaps they will decide to join us, subscribe, and then we will increase our subscription, and eventually this channel becomes something of value for everyone to join and becomes a little bit more famous, or famous a little bit. And Sophia says, glad I caught you today. I've been kind of confused lately on what to do. So my ex-boyfriend broke up with me a long time ago, more than a year by now. And I suffered a lot because of it at the time. Pam continues, Sophia continues, then we went many months without talking to each other. Maybe even more than half a year. I obviously wanted to reach out to him, but I knew I was still too heartbroken. He eventually talked to me. It was pretty much inevitable because we are classmates at the university. And we started going out again. It didn't work out, and I was left feeling very bad again. And now, for the last 4 months, we have been talking again. We have more like a casual relationship now. And I feel more in control than before. I feel happy. But is this relationship stopping me from moving on completely? Do you want to move on? You got to ask yourself that. Maybe the reason that you're continuing this so-called relationship because you don't want to move on. If you did want to move on, it's obvious. He's waiting for something that he doesn't know what it is. All he knows is that you guys are not together. You're waiting for him to come and propose. He's waiting for him to know what the hell he wants to do, which means you're in limbo. You say you're in control, but you're not. You're waiting for initiative from him. So you make a decision. Either become scarce, less and less available, and see what happens. Maybe it'll help him to see that the less he sees you, the more he's interested and values you and realizes that the more he wants to be with you. Or the more you become scarce, the more you become confident about that, yeah, this is not the right thing. And you will just simply wean it out. and you will naturally go on with whatever it is that you're looking for. But at the moment, you shouldn't be looking for anything. Just focus on your studies, finish that university, get it done, and then move on, get a job and so on, and let life continue rather than letting this to be a stumbling block for you from moving on to building your life, focusing on your job, focusing on your life, and so on and so forth. Let the nature take its place. You're trying to hold on to something that is really not ready in most shapes and forms. You guys were already together, serious, and it broke down. It usually does in university. Most university relationships don't last, or don't end up being a few good years and eventually get to marriage. And some do, but not most. And you may want to actually give it a real break by your choice, not by his choice, and independently go forward. And if at any point you guys decided, oh, maybe we should talk it over, then you will talk seriously a year or two later. But in the meantime, seriously focus on your life and move on. Not like, I'm moving on while I'm waiting for him to come back. No, not like that. I'm moving on, but I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen between us. No, make a decision. Say, look, I know what's been happening between us, not much. And after that many long years, it eventually broke down. So it's not going to be the same as before unless we move on with our lives. And then at a different juncture, maybe we will reconnect and see if we are now up to it or not. All right. Sunny Adfred says, hi Mehran, male 31 Ontario. Hello Sunny. My girlfriend and I lived together and broke up. Guys, there are a ton of us here. Please make sure you click on the like, if you will. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. If you like the live stream, well, what are you waiting for then? Seal the deal. Click on the subscribe. And if you don't, do not click on dislike and just move on. Say, have a nice day. But I trust you guys like where you are. This is a good conversation. What did you expect? And it's free, so there we go. No fear of not having enough tea. This cup. So, and Sunny says, I didn't want to break up. She wants a week of time to herself to sort out her feelings. Promised no other guy around. All right. How old is she? You said you are 31, but how about her? You guys both have jobs? Because I don't remember really our previous discussions. She's 24. Oh, okay. Yeah, she thinks she's missing life if she doesn't try other things. She's probably gonna go out there and check things out and see there's nothing out there better than a good relationship with a good guy that she's been with. But give her the space, because sometimes no matter how much reasoning you come up with, how brilliant the reasonings and logical it is, people don't get it unless they actually experience it themselves and go and check it out and see that what's out there, what's not out there. Some people simply, and it's the nature of human being, they want to be in control. They want to make the decision themselves, not on the basis of somebody else's advice. That's why you tell someone, you tell kids, don't touch this, this is hot. They're still going to go touch it because they want to know what it means. Why shouldn't I touch it? Hot, so what? So same thing, you know, you tell her, you tell anybody anything, they still got to try it themselves. Maybe they take some of the suggestions to heart and be cautious about it, but they still want to get first-hand experience and figure it out themselves. Otherwise, they always think, oh, what? Maybe there was something better. I never really gave it a chance. And I don't know, at the age 24, she thinks she's on top of the world. Why? She has insecurities, and the two, hand in hand, make her feel that she wants to try other things. Because she's insecure, She wants to see if there's something out there that takes that insecurity away. Because she thinks she's on top of the world and at the same time insecure, so she wants to try, but she doesn't want to try, but she's still curious. She wants to go out there, see what's out there. So she will always say, well, yeah, I know what's out there. And maybe she'll come back to you, or maybe she'll not. So the best thing for you to do is to say, you're right. You should go about your life. And she said, no, I just want a week. I said, well, in 1 week, you can't figure it out. And in 1 week will be another week, and you'll be feeling like you got to come up with excuses for another week. That puts a damper on your mood, and then you actually start resenting me, thinking that it is me holding you back. So I just simply want you to go cold turkey. Go for a couple of months, 2-3 months, 6 months if you want, as long as you want. Completely, let's break up. And you go out there and see what's out there. Satisfy your curiosity. When you come back to me, if you come back to me, and if I'm available, if I haven't found anybody else that to say, yeah, you were right, there was something else for both of us out there. And if it happened that you decided to come back, then I want you to have already clear conscience about yourself. You're 24 years old. You think life has got so much to offer for you as far as sex and relationships and opportunities and so on. And I can't tell you enough that really you might have found the best that you would have loved. But I want you to figure that out by yourself. So go out and try all that nonsense that is out there. I did. And I come to the conclusion that you're the best. And I want you to do the same thing. So let me free you. You're under no obligation. You can go out with any guy you want. But don't tell me that I encourage you to do it. I'm only saying it because I see that you will not be satisfied until you try that. So you got to go try it. And live with the consequences of how you're going to feel afterwards, or you may actually find what you're looking for. One thing is for sure, you don't know what you're looking for because you have me here and you're still looking out there, which means either you don't know what you're looking for or I'm not it. Either way, I don't want that kind of relationship. Therefore, I free you, wish you well, and go and see what's out there for you. It's fair, it's nice, it's logical, and it's strong. Simple. And that also tells you shouldn't be hanging around waiting for it to come back. You move on and see what happens. You can't push someone on any kind of a time schedule or agenda. Now, Sophia says, thank you very much for the advice, Mehran. You're right. I feel like because there is so much history with this guy, more than 5 years, that this thing going on with him is a way to still keep a little piece of him in my life. And I'm probably scared to let it go. Yes, that's right. Let it go. Nothing happens. You're your own parachute. He is not. Don't worry. Finish your university, get a job. Just have the time to yourself. Even if you really feel like it, no, let yourself to be scarce. Let him feel it. If he still doesn't come back, that is not your guy anyhow. Move on. It's school time, university time. Usually these things never last in university, and you shouldn't expect it to take it for whatever it was and move on. You expect a lot more. Obviously you do, and he's not where you are, so you're a little bit ahead of the stage of life he is at. So move on. Take care of yourself. Timmy, US male 35, says, I'm having a good connection with a girl at work. It looks like we have some chemistry. Is 24 too young? No, it's not too young, but you may be surprised as they're still growing up. They could change their mind on a dime. They want to measure up to you. Sometimes they may think, oh, you're more mature, and they want to be mature, but they're not old enough to be behaving that mature as they want to mature to impress you. So they feel kind of resentment or feel a little bit uncomfortable, and eventually they may figure out, no, that's how they want to be, or they decide, oh, that's not good enough, I want to break up. So these are all the things you're facing with. But go for it as long as it lasts, but don't just go all out, because they're still 24, too young, not too young for you, but too young to know what the hell they want, and if they can be committed to something serious, or they just want to try, and in a couple of years, just want to la la land and do something else, and so on, until they come to the age that they really are going to be looking for something of substance. Is it all lottery? So enjoy it while it lasts, but don't turn it into something that you expect it to be in a certain shape and envisioned it in a certain way, that when if it doesn't happen, you'll be totally surprised and devastated. Don't. Just take it as you go. See what it is, how it is, you know. Just like a food you order in a restaurant, you don't think that this food, because it has this name and this recipe is supposed to be the way it is, going to be tasting wonderful every bite of it. No, with every bite you decide, oh, this was good, no, okay, that bite was good too, oh yeah, this is made with, and at the end you may say, oh shit, this part, ooh, too salty, what happened here? Or you go through it and it all tastes good and say, oh yeah, it was a good dish. So relationship the same. Don't expect the ending to be just like the beginning. You judge it as you go along, according to what it is. Not that it's supposed to be this way, but it's not. It was that way at the beginning, but it's not now. Why is it not now? No, just judge it as it goes, so you won't be surprised, because every day could be a surprise, because consciousness is dynamic and everybody could change from day to day there for one reason or another. So don't question it. Just don't expect it always to be as it started, because it's not a constant. It's a dynamic thing. Be ready for change and decide as you go along how the quality of that relationship is, so you will not be surprised if things change suddenly. And Sophie says, yes, I'm studying for a law degree. It's my 5th year at university, so it's definitely going to keep me very busy. Good. Stay busy, get your law degree, be an independent woman, and then choose your man in position of power. That's your focus. Time for a relationship comes after your exams. Get your job first, get your profession, get the money rolling in, then have that security, financial security. Then okay, there'll be enough guys. Every guy is looking for someone smart, someone educated, someone responsible, and obviously you seem to have all of it. So relax. All right, looks like we have hit all the questions. So I'm gonna have a couple of sips of tea and wait and see if there's any other question. Great. If not, then we'll end the day, and perhaps I will have another late night tonight and see if we can reach other people from across the world where they couldn't join us at this time zone. So don't forget, we have 1,400 videos on this channel. Search for what you're feeling on the search engine of the channel. You're bound to get a bunch of videos. And don't forget to check my site. My site is about to come online within, I think, next couple of weeks. And hopefully my programmer will supposed to get in touch with me to go over the stuff that is already done, and then some corrections that I need to be made, and then hopefully soon I should have it on. And So check out the site, click on the books, read sample chapters, click on talk to me for consultation, book an appointment, talk to me if you want, if you need to, one-on-one on Skype. That's why I'm here. This is what I do. This is what I do all around the week with people around the world who need it. So don't be shy. It's all right. And half an hour will get you 1 hour, and 1 hour will get you longer than that, perhaps an hour and a half or 2 hours, depending on how long we need to discuss. Until further notice, up to 1 hour, I'll double it for you. That will make it even more affordable. I don't think these prices are matched anywhere. Now, having drummed up the services on the side, so now remember, you're supposed to send me ideas about the name. Are you guys still there, 11 of you, or am I talking to myself? Have you guys left me? Just let me know, yes or no. Does everybody say yes if you're still here? Come on now, write something. Yes? Waiting. Okay, one person is still here. The rest of you are sleeping, right? So obviously, it's time for me to go. Okay, Sophie, thanks very much for responding. Okay, guys, thank you very much for all of you for your time, and love you all. Thank you again for being here, giving me time to share some opinions with you. I look forward to talk to you again. Maybe not you. For you, would be tomorrow about 12:30 or so, Vancouver time, PM Vancouver time, or tonight I will try again around 10 or 11, starting for a couple of hours, and see if I can reach other people around the world. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.